Hi. I now have on our on our antique vanity, 2 coats of paint almost everywhere. I'm going to touch up a few of the spots that I think are missing. So I have my Klingon brush that was getting a little dry and the paint wasn't moving as smooth as I would like, so I rehydrated it, put it in a little bit of water for a few minutes. And I'm using the tail end of a can of black paint. Okay. The top to me looked a little uneven. I sanded it a little. I could still see some unevenness. So I'm just going to come across, do a thin, pretty diluted coat on the top. And then we're going to start sanding back so you can see all the nice purple accents that are in this piece. I try to do the top coat, the last coat, with long, even strokes. Get rid of the little bits of brush marks that I'm still seeing. Everywhere else, I pretty much feel that 2 coats, especially over a dark deep color like this was, it has more than enough coverage. How much paint, how many coats has to do with how big of a change you're making to your existing color and the look that you're going for. Okay. Now, we're going to talk about sanding. Sanding distressing. I keep sanding sponges all over the shop. And I keep them when they're really worn down. And I have one with a little more grit. If they're really worn down, I know I'm not going to go right through the layers. So sometimes I'm sanding just to smooth, but sometimes I want to pull back some layers. So I want to have little bits of that black cherry showing through. I want to be careful not to sand through the black cherry. So I'm going to stick with light sponges. Now with chalk paint, when you apply the sealer to it, it deepens the color a little bit more. I'm not a big fan of heavy distressing, usually. There are exceptions. So I like to have it distressed in the spots where I think normal wear happens. thing I find with the stronger sanding sponges is that you do see sand marks, and I don't really want to see that on this piece. I just want it to look slightly worn with a little bits of the dark purple showing through, which you're seeing here, and you'll see more when I put the sealer on it, I think. Okay, I'm not going to bore you with the details. When I get it, you get the general idea. Less is more, but until you seal it, you can always come back in and touch it up. Okay. Oh, up here on the top, this mostly is wood, and I very much like the old wood peeking through with black paint. I think it makes for a really nice contrast. And you'll see more of this. Like I said, oh, there goes the screws when we put the sealer on. Now right here, there was bits of a copper leafing, so I don't know if it's going to look good peeking through. It might. All right. After I get it all sanded back, we'll come back in and we'll seal.